Alright, we're underneath a 2010 Mercury Mariner. Might even be like a Ford Escape. Both are probably the same. It's a 10mm or 7/16 drain plug right there. Do have a shield here, kind of in the way. Might make things a little messier. You got 10mm bolts you can take out if you choose to. And you can get the shield out of the way, make less of a mess. There's one friction fit pin back there. You can maybe leave that disconnected and this will just drop out of the way. So it's up to you. We're just going to simply pull that out and drain the fluid. And when the fluid's done draining, we're going to put that back in. Took most of the bolts out, just bungeed it out of the way, draining our fluid. Looking kind of dark. Let's have a nice container with some markings on it, so we can maybe put the same amount in that we took out. And we'll see how it goes here. It's going to be close to 4 quarts. Easy peasy. Alright, it's looking good. We have just over 7 pints. It's 3.5, almost 4 quarts. So put the plug in. Let's tighten this down, snug it up, and then we'll be ready to put our shield back on and go up top and fill it in the dipstick tube. Mercon LV fluid. Alright, next. Got our dipstick here, probably too bright with the light. It says transmission fluid, use Mercon LV. So that's what we're going to use. Just going to put a transmission fluid dipstick right in the tube there, and then we're going to add our 3.75 or 3.5 quarts of fluid right there. Alright, that's pretty close to 3.5, and then we're going to start it up and run it, and we'll check our transmission fluid level. So they want you to make sure the transmission is at normal operating temperature, which is 185 to 200 degrees. I admit I'm a little confused by that. Is that engine operating temperature, or is that transmission fluid temperature? So make sure the transmission's at operating temperature. What does that mean to you? Because the engine can heat up to probably 185 to 200 in maybe 10 or 15 minutes, but the transmission fluid's not going to be that temperature. Anyway, we drained it, we know how much came out, we're going to put about that much back in, we're going to be darn close and safe. But I'm going to get my transmission fluid temperature up to 185. It's at 172 right now. And once it's at 180, 185, then we're going to check the fluid level and be done with it. Alright. Give this a good little wipe down, clean and dry. If you look on your dipstick, you have a, here it is, crosshatch area right here. That's the safe zone. Do not add above that. Make sure it's fully seated. And if you might notice two different levels. There's a lower level on this side, where the fluid level. It seems to be lower on this side than this side. It seems to be up here, so we want to check the lower level. And so we need to add a little fluid, but we're close. So the low side looks like it's still down here a little bit. We're going to add a little bit more and get it into the hatch marks right here, and then we're going to call it good. And that is basically replacing your transmission fluid on your Mercury Mariner, probably Ford Escape. And they actually want you to drain and fill the transmission fluid 3 times. So you just want to repeat the process, and the more you do it, the better. So kind of up to you, but get it back to nice red color. Do it several times, I'm sure. Might be a whole case by the time you're done, though, or more.